Hey, what's going on? Charles Austin here, and listen, let's be real. You cannot stretch an injury, right? So one of the things that people ask me the most if I'm teaching a class or finish up with a client, they'll say, "Hey, I feel like I pulled this muscle here, or somewhere on their leg or whatever," and they'll say, "What kind of stretches can I do for that?" Right? And my answer is literally always the same, right? I'll say zero stretches, right? And the reason for that is normally if you have a muscle strain, muscle pull, whatever you call it, that means that some of those muscle fibers have been, pulled a little bit too far, or, twisted and turned away to where now you have a little bit of an injury there, and there's some pain and maybe some inflammation in that area, right? So here's what you got to understand about stretching, okay? Anytime you are stretching your muscles, right? You know the whole deal. If you want to stretch your hamstrings, put your feet together, touch your toes, right? So when those muscles are, elongating or stretching, right? There is small amounts, very, very small and minor amounts of little tears that are happening in your muscles when you're doing those stretches, right? And then what happens? They heal, and then now they're a little bit more flexible, right? So you're kind of pulling those muscles further than they want to go when you're stretching, and then you kind of bring them back together. So if you think about having an injury in that exact same area, stretching is only going to make it worse or actually hinder the healing process, right? So if you have a pulled groin or a pulled hamstring, pulled quad on your thigh, any type of pull or strain with your muscles, the best thing you can do is just let it heal, okay? Don't try to focus on stretching it and stretching it and stretching it, because that's only going to make it worse, all right? And then, you can do things like you can wrap it, or you can ice it, on the first day or two after the injury, just to kind of help it feel better. So, you don't have to, necessarily skip working out, so to speak. It really just depends on how severe the injury is. If the injury is so severe to where you're like, you can't move, you can't walk, or you can't lift, an arm or something like that, then maybe you want to take some days off and kind of let that muscle heal. All right. But let's be real. If you injure yourself, if you pull a muscle or something, stretching it is only going to make it worse.
Hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow me on social media at Fitness Charles, and visit fitnesscharles.com to get access to my 12-week transformation coaching system.